What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
And today we are in the, now I was about to say Christmas spirit. We're in the Halloween spirit, as of course I am none other than half of a PB&J, me being the J, Gersh being the
butter, peanut butter.
Smooth like butter.
And together we are peanut butter and jelly, or PB&J Otter. Remember that show? That was a really good show.
I really like that, yeah.
And welcome
to the greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first.
But before we get to those questions we go first, yeah. Because my question to you guys is, what are you guys dressing up for Halloween?
Oh, I thought you were going to intro into, let's do the noodle dance. Noodle dance.
Oh, man. PB&J Otter. Good times.
Yeah. Comment down below if you are dressing up as anything in 40K.
Mm-hmm.
I think 40K is becoming more and more popular here in the States. So more people, I'm seeing more people trying to, like, it's basically cosplay, but, like, wear costumes that are 40K related.
Yep. I remember 4 years ago, I went trick-or-treating, and, like, one of the houses I went to recognized me from One Mind Syndicate. I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah.
I just want candy, man.
Candy, man.
Oh, if we say it 3 more times, we're done for.
Candy, man.
Because there is a mirror back there.
Yeah, I think it has to be dark, though.
It's dark outside. Does that count? My soul is dark. Does that count?
No, it's just raining.
Let's get with the first question.
This question comes from Ultimus Araminus.
Bless you.
What do each of you think is the thing that is most misunderstood by the fans of the 40K setting and lore?
Yeah. To me, it's that the Tau aren't grim dark enough, or that they're considered the good guys of 40K. At first glance, you see the Tau, they're technologically advanced. They're not psychers, so they don't really register with the warp and don't really deal that much with chaos. And the way they expand is through diplomacy and by preaching the greater good. Everything is good if you're a part of the Tau Empire. That's why they have so many races included into their lifestyle, their greater good philosophy. But it's not like that. The Tau are just doing things their own way. Obviously, when they go liberate planets, offering them food, water, salvation, they're doing it for their own good, which technically is by the ethereal rule. So yeah, they're just putting on a mask of the good guy.
Yeah, that's true. Brainwashing, I think, is probably the strongest thing.
Yeah, if that even is what they're doing.
In the case of, like, making them bad.
Right.
But
yeah, in 40K, there is no good, there is no evil. It's just grim dark. Everybody's the bad guy. Everybody's the good guy. You're just trying to survive, and you got to do what you got to do, no matter the outcome.
In a galaxy full of war. WAAAGH. For me, the thing that I think most people misunderstand is, like, the WAAAGH energy, or, like, the orc energy. So like, red things go faster. Like, if an orc believes that the shooter's going to work, it's going to work. But if a human were to pick up that same shooter, they would pull the trigger, it blows up in their face.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say things like, oh, does that mean that if enough orcs believe that the Emperor is alive, does he come back alive? That's not how it works, no. I think that whole concept is, like, it is biological... like a biological trigger that affects the warp energy around the greenskins that allow the thing to shoot, that allow red things to go faster, and it helps kind of, like, the chances of it succeeding are helped by this belief of the orcs. But it only pertains to what the orcs have in front of them. They can't resurrect something just because they believe in it.
Right. Although Gazgul kind of was resurrected.
Yeah, but that's just all pure, like, orc resiliency.
That's true. Behead him once, he'll come back. Behead him twice, he'll come back. Even stronger.
Yeah, it's not like a bunch of, like, weird boys were just standing around, like, chanting, and all of a sudden, boom, he comes back in, like, a better mega armor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. This next question comes from...
I got one from Isaac Langdon. Did the Emperor have a pet? Kind of like a war dog or a house cat? A fish.
Did he have a fish?
Mm-hmm. Pastulio was his name.
Oh, yes, yes.
He always used to carry him in his breastplate, and it was like good luck for him.
The honored Pastulio, now I remember. There's a Horus Heresy novel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cute for a fish.
Right? That extra fin he had. Whew.
His death was really sad.
Yeah. That was the one time I shed a tear, but it was in the shower, so nobody knew.
Yeah, but then you looked at the sink or the what is it called? Drenaje.
Yeah, the drain.
The drain, and then you just remember the Emperor dropping Postulio. It happens.
Yeah, that's why chaos exists.
If your pet has died recently, let us know in the comment section below. This next question comes from Isaac Langdon. Did the Emperor have a pet? No, I mean, does the Imperium have professional negotiators?
Yes, they do. The Imperium, just like any other form of government, big business type thing, yeah, they got translators, they got professionals in every little aspect. But it also depends from world to world, because obviously if you're in like an agri world, you are going to have stuff like that, but just not as many as like a manufactorum world or a forge world of sorts.
Right, yeah. You guys should check out Dune. One of the very first scenes, I think it's one of the very first scenes, I can't remember, but it's a negotiator of the Emperor, or like I guess a diplomat sent to like speak on behalf of the Emperor comes down, and like it's something straight out of 40K.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have priests, they have like, yeah, it's really badass.
Yeah. Watch Dune. It's on HBO for only a month, and then it's on theaters only. So give it a shot. A lot of inspiration came from that, so you'll definitely see the similarities between 40K and Dune.
Now, we're not saying it's a good movie. We're saying you should watch it.
Exactly, yeah. This next question is by Guild of Noobs, Lord Dobbershift. Dungarees or jeans?
I don't even know what dungarees are. I was about to say dungaree.
Yeah, it sounds like Dunkaroos, which is I don't know if it's a healthy, like, frozen dinner type thing.
Oh. So jeans.
Jeans.
So somebody was saying that jeans are organic. Is that true?
I mean, jean stealers are,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So that explains why jean stealers steal jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's biomass.
Right.
While it holds up that ass.
Mm-hmm.
Comment down below. Let us know if your jeans fit tighter. This next question comes from Mooseworks Plastic Soldiers. I like that.
What kind of a name is that?
Mooseworks. What time period do you guys like best? The 41st millennium, 34th millennium, etc.
To me, I always like the heresy. Out of all, like the Age of Apostasy, the End Times, all these different times, War in Heaven, I think the Horus Heresy is really interesting because it pits the Imperium against one another, and it really shows you more interpersonal, like, relations between the Primarchs and really fleshing out their legions and ideologies. And you see what the Emperor had envisioned, the schism that happened, and what the Imperium has become, all because of this one event in time. So it's pretty cool to see what caused what the world, or what the universe is now, and what was before.
Yeah. For me now is like the best time, like the Imperium Nihilus, because it really does show how the Cicatrix Maledictum has screwed up the Imperium, whereas before it felt like the Imperium were like they're just basically soldiers fighting against Xenos, fighting against chaos, but now you do see the turmoil of like Imperial citizens going over to like there to get help from the Tau Empire, the Eldar, and then you have the Sisters of Battle coming in to like basically be like, we know that the Tau gave you food, shelter, and we're really, really supportive of you, but screw you. And then like I think that's so grim, dark, and badass. And it also includes Xeno stuff. I think out of 40K, like, I was initially excited about Space Marines back when I was a youngin', but then it just became the Xenos, like the orc culture, and then like the Tau were really interesting to me. So anything that has to do with Xenos, I feel like it's now. Whereas before, like, there wasn't really that much talk about Xenos during the Horus Heresy.
I don't care about Tyranids. Show me another Space Marine chapter. Yeah. These are the same as the other Space Marines, but green.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But
Damned Legion says, are blanks and nulls without a soul actually just gingers? LOL.
pretty much.
Yeah, because basically a blank is somebody that you feel uneasy, an anger that has no means of like logic to it, and they're anti-psyker.
So if you want to get a really good feel for what that emotion or that feeling is, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and he was saying that he has like a sixth sense of like uneasing. There's like he can feel when there is something wrong with an area.
A sixth sense.
A sixth sense. Yeah.
So is it like 6 pennies or a nickel and a penny?
It was probably like a nickel and then a dime, but then he had change. And then.
So he had more than a sixth sense.
He was basically saying that, yeah, he was saying that like if you go to a graveyard and you just stand in a graveyard, you get this sense of devoid of living. Like for some reason you expect there to be life here because there's so many bodies underground, but there is none. And he said like another way to look at it is, have you ever been to your high school after dark? Like when there's nobody there, that eerie sense of like normally this place is full of people. Now there's nobody, and that absence gives you that like really bad feeling. So I think that's probably what a blank would feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see a person, but there's no soul there. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That's an interesting concept, yeah.
I have felt it. Like have you ever visited Chicago like past 10 downtown?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. It's like dead.
Right, because you don't want to get shot.
Well, well, yeah, but like there's like even cars. Like
yeah, there's not that much traffic. You don't really see that many. Well, you do see some people, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
compared to like the busing times.
Exactly, yeah. Where you see like even street lights,
Mm-hmm.
that goes from red to green, but there's no cars. So
Right.
it's just kind of, it's eerie, it's scary.
Yeah.
Spooktacular.
Kind of like working at the Roundhouse, and you know, oh, this is a restaurant. It should be bussin'. Now it's empty. The lights are down low. If you want some horror stories about this creepy restaurant we worked at, check out the previous For the Greater. Whoa.
Yeah, that was kind of eerie too. Like going in the mornings when there was nobody there except for you, maybe like the opening manager, and then a server.
Mm-hmm.
Those are scary times. This next
Because
question.
it's like, am I gonna get tips today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never knew.
If you worked on the weekends, you would always get tips.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good tips too. This next question comes from the King 200X. Are y'all gonna do HeroClick videos again? No.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about HeroClix in a long time.
Yeah, we stopped playing that, man.
I wonder if their scopes got better.
I think so. But the commons are still probably like shitty.
Yeah. This one's by Wirto. In my opinion, if one of the legions would go back to the Emperor's side, would it be the Thousand Sons? After all, Magnus just wanted to save his children. In the end, the Emperor was the architect behind the Gene Seed and the Primarch's blueprints, after all. Y'all disagree or agree?
Disagree. I
Yeah.
disagree.
Once you go Chaos, you don't come back. And if you do come back, you're just going to go in a body bag.
Damn. Also, like, out of all of them, that one's dedicated to Tzeentch.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you do have sorcerers, you do have warp spawns, you do have, like, legit mutations.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, maybe if you chose Iron Warriors, maybe there's room, like, a little bit of wiggle room, because they're not undivided.
Mm-hmm.
So the mutation isn't as severe. It still could be, but...
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
you could still turn into obliterators and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the mutation's there, just in a different fashion.
Next question.
This one's by Gideon Kreider. Hey boys, it's been a while. I forget the system's name, but the place where the orcs and Tyranids are endlessly fighting, the Octarius sector. If Gadskull decided to go there to get them for his plans, do you think it'll be a do you think the stalemate would break? And if so, how badass do you think the orcs of the conflict would be?
So that's being played out right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be lore on it. Gatskull basically saved the day.
Yeah.
He landed and the teleporters were there. His what are they called? The rock fortresses, I think.
Yep. So yeah, I don't think the books are out yet, but they have showcased that Warzone Octarius will be getting their own expansion booklet. So once that comes out, I'm sure there's going to be a slew of lore about what actually went down.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like that whole story.
Yeah. And I think the Imperial Guard also got mixed up with it in the recent times.
Yeah, because you got to remember that like it's an entire region of space, so there's going to be all of the factions.
Yeah.
They have to squeeze in Tau too.
I think the folks over at GW were like, only orcs and Tyranids fighting? No, we got to put an Imperium there and get some Space Marines too.
Yeah. Ultramarines.
Yeah, there you go.
Next question comes from Isaac Langdon. Yes. No.
No?
No.
We did that one already?
Yeah. That's because he commented multiple times, I think.
Logan Hunt. If Vulcan returned from all the deaths he's experienced and changed his mentality into something chaos, do you think the Salamanders would follow? And if one Traitor Legion and one Loyalist Legion swapped places, who would it want it to be? So 2 questions there.
I think currently, right now, if any of the Loyalist Primarchs switch sides, their legions wouldn't switch sides because there's already separation.
True. Yeah. I do think some will, because obviously it's like, oh, that's my Primarch. You know, I got to listen to him. But at the same time, like, are you going to listen to a Primarch, or are you going to use your indoctrination, your beliefs, your vows to the Emperor and his cause?
Yeah. And another thing, too, like, they probably have access to their own gene seed.
Mm-hmm.
So if they wanted to, they could just create their own.
Right. New Legionnaires.
Yeah. For you.
What was the... if Vulcan returned, do you think he would go chaos because of all the deaths he's experienced?
No.
Nah. He's like one of the most wholehearted, like, loyalist guys that I think will not falter or hesitate in his loyalty.
He's also the cutest. So
He is, yeah.
red eyes,
Charcoal
obsidian,
black skin.
yeah.
Obsidian, that's a cool word. Salamander cloak.
Big teeth. Aerosol 9063.
Aerosol.
Howard Tau / Eldar relations.
They're pretty good, man. They're vibing right now.
Yeah, they have weekly gaming sessions.
They also go to soundless raves,
Yeah.
where you wear like earbuds and everybody jamming out.
Mm-hmm. Which is lame, I think. I feel like that's lame. But I've always thought that those are 2 factions that don't really get a lot of interaction, like within the novels and the stories and stuff like that. But for the most part, Eldar are super cocky. They look down on the Tau, basically just fish people. And
with
then,
hooves.
Yeah, the Tau Empire is probably just like, oh, those guys are fast. Fast as fuck.
Fast as fuck. Boy,
Yeah.
we got to get them to our greater good.
But they're probably not even... They don't even, like, glance over at them.
Because they too fast, too furious.
But they're about the family.
They are.
The Eldar are.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Infinity Circuit is.
Yeah, and the Soul Stones.
Mm-hmm. You think...
The big one. Could Captain Planet survive in the 40K universe? He does have the power of water, fire, earth, wind, and heart.
What's heart?
Love.
Harry Potter survived in the 40K universe, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because he had Horcruxes. I wanted to say that with my back throat. Horcruxes.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Marcus Allen. Approximately how many custodians would it take to take down a Titan?
Because custodians, Adeptus Custodes are basically super warriors, and it seems like they are favored by the lore writers.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, he'll just look at the Titan, like grab his spear and just chuck it.
Yeah.
And then like 2 seconds later.
On the tabletop, however, I don't
Right.
think maybe even an army.
They could do it, definitely, but it's going to take a little while because they're resilient.
An apocalypse-style game with a Titan versus, like...
Nah, now that I think about it, probably not.
Well, actually, hold on. How many points is a Titan?
A lot. Almost as much as an army.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it could go either way, but I'll give it to the custodians.
Yeah. And then those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for listening. Happy Spook Week. I hope you guys are enjoying the spook stories. No se asusten. Está bien.
Yeah. Give yourselves an extra Hail Mary before sleep tonight.
Rub some Vaporu on the back of your neck. and you'll be good.
Yeah. Vaporu is just vapor rub. Said with
Said
an
with-
accent. Oh, mothers.
Oh. And
With that, it's peanut butter jelly time. Sound Alchemist,
Gershwan.
and we are trick or treating.